So this is our final, just our little presentation. From my kitchen to yours. From my Jamaican kitchen to your family table, to your plate, and most of all to your stomach. On today's episode of the Jamaican Cooking Journey, I will be sharing with you a spicy cheese sandwich tutorial. But let me pause here to say special thanks to my patrons that have been making my page possible. If you would like to be a part of my Patreon family, enjoying extra content over on the platform, check in the description of this and all my other videos. There will be a link. Spicy cheese sandwich. And originally this was not my recipe. It was shared with me by Kimmey from Vibes with Kimmey. You know, originally our channel was the Jamaican mukbang vlog, but she has, you know, discarded that channel, and she has a new channel up, Vibes with Kimmey. I'll put the link in the description for you. Maybe one day you will see her make the original. So I'm going to be getting into this. I am giving credit to her. She shared this recipe with me, and I found this recipe really, really nice. So for this, you're going to need mainly a piece of cheddar. I'm using a piece of cheddar cheese and just a little evaporated milk. Evaporated milk, she said, because the cheese adds this little salty taste and the evaporated milk has that touch of a sweet taste. So it, you know, it actually complements it better. For her, she would use Scotch bonnet pepper, and to this I am going, and she would use like green scallions and Scotch bonnet pepper to spice it up. Actually, I don't have fresh green scallions, so I'm putting some fresh cilantro, and I'm going to be adding it with the finely chopped Scotch bonnet. I will be putting some cucumber too. This is my twist, cucumber. So let's go. First and foremost, hands are clean, and I'm going to be shredding my cheddar. So our cheese is shredded, as you can see. So I'm going to be putting this like in small portions, like a few drops at a time. It will take a little time. It will just melt the cheese. So I'm just going to be putting a little, and I'm going to proceed to start using my fork to mash it out. I want to get it to a spreadable consistency, more like a cheese spread consistency. So you have to, it does take a little time, okay? Actually, I'm using a fork too. That will help too. So as I add milk, you will see that it gets more and more spreadable. This is what I saw her. I'm using her method. That's why I am giving her, you know, that props. So as it absorbs the milk you put each time, and you see it absorbs it, you put more and more until it's at the cheese spread consistency. You can see that it's coming out. Time to add a little more. And this, it goes by the amount of cheese. I did not definitely say, I would have to say, get a like a full recipe, which is not my original recipe. So I'm not sure if I want to make a proportion of a recipe per se. I could, you know, but I'll see how that goes, to say how much milk to how much cheese, and to say how many sandwiches you can get. That would be the recipe. Okay, this actually is the method. I'm gonna cream it until it comes to that spreadable consistency. So finish with my fork, and I'm using my spoon to finish up, because I'll use my spoon to spread it on my bread. Actually, I think Kimmey had it all more softer than this. She has the good technique for it, but I think this is good. With my little pepper all washed, I'm gonna shred it. That's how I saw she did it. But let me tell you, family, this cheese sandwich, I think it's the best. I'm not a cheesy person, and I can't resist it when it's made. So this is gonna be chopped so fine really fine that you cannot see any of it in there. You'll only taste the Scotch bonnet flavor. So here we go. This is how you want to have your Scotch bonnet looking really fine. Okay, adding it now. You see that? Now the scallions, I think the scallions gives more flavor, but you can add your herbs of choice. You want to have a little fresh green herbs in there, but I think ours was really good. I am just using the cilantro for the first, so I'll see how it goes. But the scallions, if you want to try it, I would suggest you do it with just the green part of the scallion with the mix that scallion and that Scotch bonnet pepper together. Oh Lord, let me tell you family, it's beautiful. I'm just using the cilantro. I don't know if it will enhance the Scotch bonnet, but I'm just using it to have a little green in there, and I might just add another little piece. But make sure that you don't skip this process. You don't chop this thing. You just do it as fine as you can with the Scotch bonnet and whatever herbs you want to pick. I think parsley would be good in there too. I'm not sure of the other country parsley, but our Jamaican parsley with the flavor that it has, I think, wow, it would be good. So let me get this finished all. You see that? That's how you want it. So this is it. But I think she chose scallions because scallions are our most flavorful green herbs in Jamaica. You know, I think so. But if you can't, and you can find something else that suits you, or you don't like the taste of scallions, you can just choose. You can just do your thing. Okay, so you see that green, and this is how that herbsy look. This is how you want it. Maybe if you're somebody that likes garlic like I do, you could probably, but I know the family, if I put garlic, they will never want it. Look at that. Let's go clean our board and return. So okay, now I've gone ahead and I've made some thinly sliced cucumber. And for you to get your cucumbers thinly sliced like this, you must either have one of those mandarin something, or you have a very sharp knife. What I want to do is to put my hand towel over it, and to get the excess water. You don't want to water, you know, those excess. You know, the cucumber has a lot of liquid, so you want to have them all dried there and in the waiting. I have here some whole wheat bread, and I have here some regular white bread. So we are going to put some sandwiches together. And these sandwiches, you want to, like at that end there, you want to try to not make too much of a mess. Okay, you can have something to spread it, but I think the spoon spreads it better. Okay, so you see that? Okay, you want to have a few slices of your cucumber, and you want to place them in a certain way. Remember, we are going to be putting the other bread on top, so you're going to slice it diagonally so you can have the cucumber probably showing. If you want to put more, you can put more. Okay, so now you want to think about this, and you got the drill. So I like to put it at one end, and then I move it along, glide it along, and you have gotten the drill. Let's go finish these all wheat ones and return. Onto our white bread now. So just the same. Right on the Jamaican cooking journey. Next patient, the same treatment them get. So here we go, fam. We have the white bread and we have the brown bread. So off camera, camera girl and myself, we were talking different variations, things that we could put to this. And she suggested something, because on the Jamaican cooking journey, you know, we try to mix and match and try to personalize our stuff. She said we could have used some roasted garlic. Roast your garlic, fresh garlic, and you roast it. And I don't think I've showed you how I roasted my garlic on YouTube. I did that on Patreon. And you had a little chop, so not a lot. You don't want to overpower it with this garlic. When you're mashing the cheese, you just mash the garlic and the milk together, and you get that nice garlic, and with the cilantro, or if you want to use the scallions. Well, the scallions are beautiful. This here, we want to, when you put them down, you want to let them rest a little, sitting down on each other, so the cheese just sit there. You could also, if you're entertaining, do them overnight, plastic cut them, plastic wrap them, and when the day of whatever you're doing, you just pull them from the plastic wrap, and bingo. But these sandwiches are good. Holidays coming up, people do baking that night, family baking. People do decorating, lighting the tree. You could make quite a few of these coming for people coming over, with tea or with juice. They are beautiful. They are so irresistible. I am not a cheese person, and when they are made around me, I always have a feast. Now let us try. I'm gonna be using this the method where you cut the edges, because you know when you cut the edges, it makes the sandwich as that professional look. You don't have to, but I like to do it. So let us go cutting it, and right here, if there is any little hanging over, you can get it into gear. Look at this, fam. Look at this. Beautiful. Beautifully done. Now, I find that with the white bread, it tastes better. You know, some people, they can't have white bread. Some people don't want to be in white bread, because the white bread has this high level of gluten. With the cheese, it tastes better. But you can choose your option. So I'm going to do the brown bread now. You know, the brown bread, the wheat bread, it's a more crummy, but the white bread with that gluten, it sits better. So suit yourself. So this is it with the whole wheat bread. Tell me which one you prefer in the comment section. Okay? So this is our final, that's our little presentation. From my kitchen to yours. From my Jamaican kitchen to your family table, to your plate, and most of all to your stomach. It is Vibes with Kimmey's original recipe, spicy cheese sandwiches done for you. Please do enjoy. Remember, I told you that not every day we want to go on the stove. You got a family to feed and all of that. These are some of the things that we'll be coming with. You gotta be out shopping, you gotta be doing this, you gotta work, and it's a festive season, you're trying to put stuff together. Sometimes there might not be the time to make a meal, and you've got your children. When you're doing this, make sure your kids are there. Kids can do this. These, you don't have to throw these away. Get enough, pop them on a tray, put them in the oven, toast them crispy and nice, put them in your food processor. Bam! You have your own made breadcrumbs to put in your black cake to do whatever you want. Remember to make sure you're subscribed to the Jamaican Cooking Journey. When you do subscribe, hit the notification bell, thumbs up the videos, big fat humongous thumbs up for these videos. There are more to come, way more to come. I know you're waiting on them. Remember to make sure you watch the ads. Remember to check us out on Patreon. They will show you more videos than what we're showing on YouTube. Thanks for loving, thanks for watching. I'll catch you again with another video.